Good Tuesday morning. Welcome back. As stadiums across the nation remain empty for the unforeseeable future anyway, major shifts are happening in sports, from the NBA weighing player pay cuts to the NFL moving to a virtual form of a draft. Former NFL player Jack Brewer joins me live to break down the ways the sports world is adjusting to the worldwide COVID-19 outbreak. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you, Jillian.
Now, of course, we know that, this is the move that needed to happen. Unfortunately, everything is pretty much empty, every stadium across America. What do you think is going to happen, though? I mean, how long do you see this going on?
It's indefinite. You got to remember, the athletes must always come first, and you put people in a locker room together, and people are sweating amongst each other. I think it'll be quite some time before we see organized team sports, back. When you look at the general population, this shows you that athletes in sports just aren't immune. We're all fighting the same invisible war.
It's a lot of money lost here all across the board. Sports not immune to that. The average estimated NBA revenue loss due to COVID-19 is about $1 billion. Adam Silver talked about the possibility of considering some player pay cuts. Do you think that's what needs to happen?
Definitely. They're going to have to enact the player pay cuts. I know no one wants it, but if you read the NBA collective bargaining agreement, the league does have the power at any time to come in and cut the pay if they're forced not to play games. And so, I don't think that the players should ask for the league to continue to pay them, their entire salaries. The league came in and suggested that they cut them by 50%. The NBA Players Association responded with a request for 25%, so we'll see what happens.
Now, the NFL draft, a lot of things are going the route of virtual right now. We've seen NASCAR and other things going virtual. What would an NFL draft look like if it's virtual?
It's going to be unprecedented. The NFL draft has always been about the guys taking the stage and putting that hat on, at draft time. And you're used to seeing the teams all packed into their war room with all their advisors and scouts and coaches together making those decisions. This year it'll be all virtual. You'll see a lot of the general managers. Most fans have never even probably seen the general manager on TV, but they'll be there in their war rooms on Zoom or whatever other platform that they're using. But it will be unique. It's just unfortunate when you think about some of those players that didn't get a chance to have their pro day going into this draft. I'm thinking about myself. When I played, if I didn't have my pro day, I don't know if I would have made it to the NFL. So it's a lot of changes happening around football right now.
Yeah, it's big moments in people's lives. It's not just sports, but that's sports. You talk about your draft day being an important time in your life. That's how, a lot of people feel about graduations that should be happening right now, proms that should be happening right now, things that are big moments in people's lives, and we're just not able to experience it. Now, finally, the president does say he wants fans back in the arenas by August, maybe September, we'll see. But how important is that? Because, look, at the first and foremost of all of this is everybody's health. We're talking about the vaccines that could potentially be coming out next year. So that is obviously number one. But sports is an outlet for a lot of people. And a lot of people have a hard time without that outlet.
That's right. We're a country of sports. And, I think it'll be a huge statement when we can start getting back into those stadiums. I agree with the president. If you look throughout history, any war that we've been through, sports has always helped this country rally together and overcome those hard times. And so I don't think this will be any different. I do hope that by August, I hope we're playing football in September and we don't have any glitches. But, we just got to continue to stay on our knees, stay together as families, keep our Bibles, and pray that we can all get through this thing.
Absolutely. Way to end it on a positive note for us. Jack Brewer, good to see you as always.
Likewise. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.
Of course, Rob.